Hello, dear ones. This is Suzette, and I have this very strong feeling that right now, in this time, in this place where we're finding ourselves in human evolution, we're really being called to open more fully to the divine feminine. And I felt this for quite a while, and this slowing down of culture right now, which is occurring all across the world, is really an invitation to explore and rest within that divine feminine principle. And what do I mean by that, divine feminine? So there is the divine feminine in this is not about gender, right? This is not about man and woman. This is about that the energies within us, these principles of feminine and masculine. Feminine, often seen in the yin and yang symbol as the yin, the dark, the mysterious. Maybe there's some chaos in there. Maybe there's a lot of unknown. It's the place of creativity. It's the place of not knowing. And stepping into that and living in that divine feminine, in that expansive place, can be really scary, because there's a lack of constructs to hold it in place, right? It can almost feel disorienting, and that is why it is so important to have that masculine aspect as well. And the masculine is a space holder. It's that principle of a container. So a lot of you know that I do ceremonies quite often, whether it's dance ceremonies or heart sharing circles, one-on-one ceremonies. Some of the work that I do in my office, we create ceremony, and part of that is creating a sacred space, creating a container. And when we have that container set up, when we can create that space, then we're able to rest and release and open up and expand. And I create that container. I don't create it as much as invoke it, right? I invoke this container, and often I do it with other people when we have ceremony together. And it's such a powerful way of holding that space and allowing us the freedom to explore and expand and play with that divine feminine, allow that divine feminine to express itself. I've been doing a lot of painting, and one of the ways that I hold space for myself in that painting, being able to paint, and so I've been doing a lot of watercolors, and watercolors give me the freedom to pick it up and put it down, and hey Barry, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. It gives us the opportunity. Hello, Williams, and everybody's on here. Okay. It gives us that opportunity. It gives me that opportunity while I'm painting to come back and go back and forth between allowing that impulse to move me and having it ready and available. I leave it at my dining room table. It's a place of centrality where I can go to it and also be receptive to the rest of my family and the things, their needs and wants, and also go about my business throughout the day, and then say, oh, feel that pull, feel that impulse. And part of that divine feminine is listening to that impulse and being guided by that impulse and following it. It's such a, hey Lewis, it's such a great way of really practicing allowing that feminine in. And hello, Deborah. And so, yes, so creating that sacred space for yourself, whatever that looks like, whether it's a physical space or an energetic space of invoking directions or invoking a light to surround you, those type of things, they really allow your feminine to come forth, right? And to be free and allow it to play without that construct, without that container. It can feel too much. It can feel too big. It can feel scary, really, right? So I want to encourage and invite you to create sacred space. I was talking with a brother yesterday, and I was holding space for him. And one of the things that I suggested is to light a candle, do something simple, breathe, create an anchor in our bodies. As I see, for me, when I really I see myself almost like a volcano or the trunk of a tree where the roots come down, and really allowing myself to anchor fully into the earth, into this moment, almost like a tree trunk with roots, really anchoring into this moment, becoming present. As we become present, we open up to the infinite possibilities before us. And we open up to that divine feminine and make space for that divine feminine to express self. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Mwah. Yeah, so I want to encourage you and invite you to remember the importance of creating space. That's the masculine holding container, and allowing yourself to let go. Part of whether it's painting or making music with other people, being able to really pause and feel into it. Not feeling like you have to push yourself or immediately engage, but really allowing yourself that space to anchor into this moment. And then when the impulse guides you, to respond to that impulse, to allow the paintbrush to move, to allow the music, if you're playing drum, that beat to emerge, to allow the, if you're playing guitar, the chords to come forth. As we step into this new day and this new way of living and being, we are opening up more and more fully to that divine feminine. It's powerful. We need it now. We have that spaciousness now to explore and experiment with it, play with it. So remember the importance of creating sacred space, whatever type of container is required to hold that for you, so you can have that freedom to explore and expand within that space. I love you. Mwah. I wish the best for you. If you have any questions, private message me, contact me. I'd love to talk with you. Mwah. Hi, Carrie. Good to see you. Carrie Bear. Okay. Love you all. I'll talk to you soon.